keep any of these shark's teeth or empty shells that you find. Do make sure your shell is empty. You're not actually waiting for a sea creature for any of
According to Google's AI overview, who has never stepped outside before, Cumberland Island is known for its natural beauty, historic sites, and wildlife. Not that I would ever trust a robot on where to hike, no, I took advice from one of you, a stranger online. So thank you, it's super helpful to have someone to blame if the video is bad. And as my backpack and I approached the dock, I was excited to find out. The plan was pretty simple. Explore the island. All you really need to know for now is that we're here at Sea Camp Ranger Station Dock, and our campsite for the night is as far away as possible up here at Brick Hill Bluff, about 11 miles away. I'll explain more as I go, but you get the idea. Today's main objective is to make it to the campsite before dark. As for our side quests, well, the AI overview was gracious enough to provide those earlier, and well, the first one, it's pretty easy to find. The Parallel Trail, aka PT, aptly named after what I'll be needing when I get home from this hike, is the main path heading north away from the touristy area that I arrived in. See, most people who come to visit the island stay down south where most of the historical sites are located, which I'll come back to later. But for now, I wanted to explore the wild side and the supposed wildlife, and so the PT marked the beginning of my adventure. Stafford Campsite. While not our destination for tonight, it is where we'll be staying on day 2. For now though, this marks the beginning of what they call the wilderness area of the island. Ooh, I think that just means no bathrooms. And here at Hickory Hill, the first wilderness campsite on the map, is where I'll be breaking for some food. The food takes about 10 minutes to heat up, so I just sat around and relaxed. No, not really. I got bored, plus a bug kept trying to eat me, so I took the food on the go. Honestly, I'm never a fan of stopping to eat lunch anyways. It just keeps my mind at ease knowing I'm not wasting time, and it gives me something to do while I'm hiking. The Tar Kiln Trail. This would lead me to the Oyster Pond Trail and then the road that would go to Brick Hill Bluff, where I'll finish for the day. And I've got to say, this trail was definitely a part of the so-called wilderness area, meaning it stunk. Nonetheless, the little pig scrambling around in the bushes nearby was a gentle, little frightening reminder that this is what I was here for. Oyster Pond. You may be asking yourself, why did they name a trail after a big muddy puddle? Well, actually, I have no clue. Yeah, that's the same question that I had. But whatever, with that out of the way, this meant we were on the final stretch. And along the way, I was lucky enough to see an armadillo just roaming around off the road, which was really cool for me. But by the time I had out my camera, he just disappeared into thin air. I don't know if he climbed up the tree, dug a hole, or just rolled away, but I swear, I looked for him for so long because I wanted a video, but nothing. Yeah, a little sad. But that's okay, it's about to change, as I've seen the sign that, well, I've been waiting for. Well, this couldn't be much better. I am so pleased with how this little spot turned out, and nobody's here right now. I don't think that's gonna change, but it might, and that's okay. For now though, I'm gonna set up the tent here, have about, well here, I'll show you what time it is. 4:27, which means we have about an hour until the sun sets. And we're gonna be sitting right out there watching it together. But for now, let's set up this tent. And that was a wrap on day one. Also, it's hard to see, but the second the sun went down, a bunch of raccoons spawned in around me and would just watch from the bushes. Every time I tried to get closer to question them, they would scramble. And I have a feeling that that stinking armadillo was probably there too, but whatever, I was just excited to see what tomorrow had in store. Okay, so for that one guy watching who wants a map update, this one's for you, bud. A recap of where I was and where I'm heading. So I'm gonna make this quick. We were down at the boat ramp, it's off the map, but we came up here, all the way over to Hickory Hill. This is where we ate lunch. I took a wrong turn, didn't tell you about it. Went through that rugged trail over to the Mud Pond Trail. Somewhere around here were supposed to be those ponds, and then up to Brick Hill Bluff, our nice camp spot for the day. And this is where I am right now, packing up my bag. Look at that cool hat. There we go. All right, I'm going to kill a man today on this trail right here, make our way over to the roller coaster trail, and then finally we're going to get lost on this road trail. And now we're back at Yankee Doodle. We're going to head down, make another wrong turn, can't seem to get it right, and then finally Stafford Beach, which, if you remember, is where we're going to be hunkering down for the day. Let's get to it. I really wasn't sure if I'd be able to beat last night's campsite. However, this one was just as great. The location was more towards the busy side of the island, which did mean there were a few other people with tents set up nearby, but I'm kinda happy with that, because something I didn't tell you is that last night, around 3 in the morning, the middle of the night, just multiple wild horses came over to my tent trying to stick their fat heads inside to look at me. And yeah, wasn't a fan. Bunch of creeps, but still better than bears, so I'll take it as a win. And now with other people around, I don't have to worry about horses getting a little too frisky with me. Another new thing about this campsite is the addition of a bathroom with a shower. This was pretty unexpected, but also a very welcome surprise. Above all though, the beach just a short walk away is what really made it worthwhile here. There's no better way to end the day than just relaxing down by the water. The water in that shower felt like I was getting stabbed by a knife. I can't explain to you how cold it was, but trust me, it was not fun. But at least I felt awake, full of regret, like 100%, not even a doubt in my mind. I hated it, but awake, and packing up my tent for the very last time before heading back to the beach to have a nice warm meal and a tad bit more relaxing of a start to the day. After my shortcut along the beach, I finally made it down south where I'm hoping to find our third and final side quest, the supposed historic sites. Over the past few days, I've actually been looking forward to this section where supposedly there will be ruins, horses, and maybe even an alligator. Since this area is easily accessible, there were way more people here for day hikes and bird watching. And let me tell you, so many people came up to me thinking I was a fellow birdwatcher, with my camera strapped to my chest, tripod in hand, and when they asked what birds I've seen, well, I've seen a couple white ones, saw a gray one, yeah, I have no idea, so that was great. But at least I looked pretty cool. Well, this hike has been good so far. Every day has been fantastic and different. But boy, this way to end it off is definitely the right idea. Also, side note, this fettuccine alfredo with chicken is so good. I'm not sure if it's because I've only been eating bagged meals, but I don't think so. I think it's just the best. So try that out. It's currently 12:40. The ferry leaves at, I think, 4:45, so I have a few hours left, only a couple miles, so it's gonna be really nice and easy going until then. But yeah, I'm excited to take it all in and then sit in the car for 12 hours. That should be fun. And just like that, we're back at the ferry. An amazing 3 days on Cumberland Island, and thank you for watching, it really means a lot. Also, don't be afraid to leave a comment, like, subscribe, you know, all that jazz. You like jazz? Okay, no, that was stupid. Okay, alright, I gotta go. Hope to see you around.